Pokémon has had a variety of mobile ventures, ranging from the single most successful mobile game ever to brushing your teeth. However, not every Pokémon mobile game is still available on the app stores, one of them being Pokémon Rumble Rush. Pokémon Rumble Rush was developed by Umbrella, the same developers who made a bunch of weird Pokémon spin-offs, but were mostly known for the previous few Rumble games. Rumble Rush was the first Rumble game to be released in almost 4 years, the longest gap between games in the series up till this point, and almost double around the 2-year gaps that all the previous games had. Like most mobile games, this game is free to download and play, with optional microtransactions to acquire the game's premium currency, Pokédiamonds. Wait, where have I heard this before? Pokémon has become somewhat known for this model of game, even with their own handheld consoles, which are similar to phones, I guess, but hey, one of these even had FaceTime. If you've never played a Rumble game before, you may be asking, so what was Pokémon Rumble Rush? Well, imagine any of those idle mobile game ads that you see on Shorts and add Pokémon. Each level was a short, auto-scrolling beat-em-up with randomly generated Pokémon, basically Pokémon Rumble, but streamlined for one-thumb gameplay. I wonder what other Nintendo games have done that before. Instead of evolving or training your Pokemon like the mainline entries, you just find new, stronger ones as you travel to different islands. Pokemon of the same species could come with different moves that had differing rarities and power. But the main twist on the combat system was the gears. You'd equip power gears to boost your stats, or summon gears to call in backup Pokemon that had attacks that could be used mid-fight. It added some strategy, but also meant even more grinding, or opening ores, which took real-time hours to unlock. Unless of course you had gems, because of course there were gems. Rush also had stronger boss Pokemon known as super bosses that after defeat would unlock other Pokemon on that island, as well as the next super boss Pokemon. Events called Super Boss Rushes required you to battle a Super Boss Pokemon in a certain time limit and reward you with coins and gear. But this wasn't too far off from the typical Rumble formula, so why was this game taken down only a year after release? Not enough gambling! Let's talk about gems, or Pokédiamonds, I guess, but who cares. In Rumble Rush, Pokédiamonds were the premium currency used to speed up or unlock times, expand your storage, and generally help you avoid waiting around. Now you could earn Pokédiamonds in a few ways, by completing daily missions, beating up Super Boss Pokemon with special conditions met, participating in events, or through by Nintendo using Platinum points. Sounds generous, right? Well, not really. Daily missions and Super Boss bonuses handed out a whopping 3 Pokédiamonds each. And my Nintendo let you trade 300 Platinum coins for 100 diamonds, but earning those points? If you weren't playing any other games or getting Platinum coins any other way, you would need to refine 30 ore, and each one of those could take up to 10 hours. So in theory, that's 300 hours of ore time for 100 diamonds. Events didn't help much either. The top prize for ranking number 1 in the world was just 250 diamonds. But most players walked away with around 10 to 40. Congrats on your participation award.
You're almost halfway to upgrading your storage by a whole 20.
But what's that over there? Another way to earn diamonds? Pokédiamonds could be bought directly in the shop in amounts that made every other method look like a complete joke. Just $2.99 got you 300 diamonds, meaning someone who grinded for 2 weeks to win an event could be instantly outpaced by someone with like half a Starbucks drink. But the thing that really pushes this game into microtransaction hell is the ore system. Ores had 3 different rarities: regular, unusual, and rare. Each rarity would take a different amount of time to open and reward you with summon and power gears. The high amount of gears given out by rare ore made it a highly desired item, but this has the drawback of a 10-hour wait time. That's more than watching the Titanic 3 times in a row. Naturally, people would want to skip this time, but if you really wanted to, you would have to open up your wallet. Each diamond only takes off 3 minutes and 20 seconds of time, meaning rare ores takes 180 diamonds to fully refine instantly, or about $2. While you could just start refining before you go to sleep and wake up to a mostly refined ore, you could only refine 1 ore at once and only have 6 held at one time. meaning that playing with your ore spots all full kinda felt pointless. On top of a max ore storage, gears also had a storage limit of 100 for power gears and 50 for summon gears, as well as 100 for Pokemon, which could be increased by leveling up your adventure rank, but not by much per level, and leveling up could take a long time, especially at higher ranks. But wait, you're able to increase your gear and Pokemon storage another way. Let's see how... Yeah, this also required gems. For 100 Pokédiamonds, you could increase either your gear or Pokemon storage by 20. Wow, Pokemon is not very creative, are they? And while a big reason that this game failed is due to lack of purchases being made, it also failed because when you take away the grinding for better Pokemon and gears, you're just left with a watered-down Rumble game. So the free-to-play players felt like they weren't progressing anymore, while the pay-to-win players just got bored. And with the shutdown of the game in 2020, a new game or even a reboot of the series is not looking very likely. But with reboots of dormant series like Mario and Luigi or even more obscure ones like Famicom Detective Club coming out of the Switch, who knows what Nintendo might be able to convince Game Freak and Creatures to cook up for the Switch 2. Not like Rumble desperately needed the graphics or anything though. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed if you wanted to see more research videos like this. I've also been thinking of other series I could do this type of video for. I'm thinking like Mario or Animal Crossing, but let me know what you guys would like to see in the comments. And if you're a returning viewer, sorry I haven't posted in a while. Now I'm on summer break from school, but I still have work, so my schedule might still be a little weird, but I'm gonna try to be more consistent than anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. Alright, have a good day. Bye!